Welcome to Love Heals Cancer and Zenonco.io. I'm Astha from Zenonco.io. This is our Cancer Healing Journey talks where we invite speakers who have gone through cancer, maybe as a patient, caregiver, or survivor. These CAJs are very close to our hearts because many people tell us that when they listen to other people's journeys, it inspires them and it helps them boost their confidence and it gives them hope that if others have been able to successfully beat the disease, then why can't they? So, thank you so much for joining us today for the Cancer Healing Journey talks. And could you just introduce yourself and tell us how it all began?
Good morning, Asta. Thank you for inviting. I'm here to share my experience. Like you said, people do look at inspirational videos or say someone who survived or someone who's gone through that. And I'm here for the same reason to spread the message of love, like how you guys are doing. Love heals cancer. That's what your main tagline is about, right? So, love heals cancer. Definitely. I mean, I'm an example of that. So love did heal my cancer, and I'm here to spread the word over here. Well, my name is Vinay Hari. I'm from Bangalore, and I did go through cancer, which is leukemia, which is your blood cancer. And this was way back while I was young. No, way back was while I was in my ninth standard. Ninth standard meaning I would have been about 14 or 15 years of age. And I did go through about close to 1.5 years of treatments, survived, fought, and sitting in front of you happily with a survival note to make sure that the rest of the people who's looking at this video gets inspired and also does not let them down that the cancer is coming to them and it's affecting them. Yes, it does affect every individual and the family members around the cancer patients, but not to worry, we can all fight it together. We will fight it together. Yeah, that's about me.
That's really nice. So, I wanted to ask, how did your cancer get diagnosed?
Well, I was in my ninth standard. So initially, there was we could not diagnose it. No, it was just a normal fever. The fever was fluctuating up and down for about a week's time, and we thought it was normal fever. And my parents took me to the usual physician. When we went to the physician, they treated us for fever. They treated me for the fever that was there, but after a week, the fever did not come down. And during that period of before diagnosis, I kept fainting a lot. No, I still remember my dad was taking me on a bike. Those days you had this bike where triples with the kid was possible. So mom was at the back, dad was in the front, I was in the middle. I still remember the first time when I fell was while my dad was actually riding a bike to the doctor. So I fainted, I kind of passed out, and I did not fall. I fainted off, I passed out. So I was about to fall, and dad had to stop the vehicle and see what's wrong with me. And that's when he understood the severity of what could be this. And again, when we went to the doctor did advise us to take a couple of medical tests, the blood tests, thinking that it could be dengue, it could be malaria, or it could be any other fever. So we did a couple of blood tests, and still nothing did come up on the dengue or the malaria or the usual blood tests. That's when the doctor did ask us to visit a bigger hospital to check on all the vitals of my body. And when we did check, this took us about close to 15 to 20 days before the doctor could actually ask us to visit a bigger hospital to check on the vitals. Post which, after checking, we did visit Vijayawakni Hospital, which is in Chennai. We were at Chennai at that point of time, and Vijay Hospital was one of the leading hospitals even now. So we went to the hospital and got I was completely flat out. I was knocked out for a while. So the doctor took all the medical tests, and after a day or two is when we got to know that I am kind of diagnosed with leukemia, with blood cancer, and that's when the treatment started. So the initial phases of my treatment started off in Chennai, but later, while we were at the hospital, the Vijay hospital, the doctor did advise that I've been, the best way to treat me is to take to one of the best hospitals in the country at that point of time for leukemia. CMC Vellore Hospital, which was recommended to us, which is in Vellore, which is in Tamil Nadu, okay, was supposed to be the number one hospital for blood cancer in Asia at that point of time. And when you say the best hospital, right? So of course the parents will be wanting to take you to the best hospital possible. Yeah, being your parent, they would want the best treatment for you. So that's when they kind of shifted me from Chennai to Vellore. I still remember my fever was about 104 for running without non-stop. So they had to make sure that the ambulance that was there was equipped to take me to Vellore, which was about 6 hours drive from or 4 hours drive from Chennai, to ensure that the entire ambulance was filled with ice cubes and all sorts of medications to keep my temperature down during the travel. So that did happen, and we reached Vellore, and that's when the actual treatment for my cancer started. So that's the start of my journey.
Okay. So, like, what all treatments did you undergo?
Initially, the treatment was simple. I mean, because mine was just at the first stage when they diagnosed. Luckily, it was just in the first stage, and because of which the treatment was straightforward. Because it's first stage, it's easy to fight. Fight करने में easy होता है. तो so they took me to the hospital there, and the treatment was straightforward. It was just about 3 months of treatment that was planned with chemotherapy, and radiation. About four to six chemotherapies is what they had recommended initially. And for that, they did take me to Vellore, and they started off the treatment. During the treatment, they did try an international medicine, which was approved then. It was, I think, from Russia, I'm not sure. They did say, why don't we look into, get this international medicine? So they got the international medicine just for me, and they started treating me with that medicine. I'm not sure about the name of the medicine at that point of time, but unfortunately, what had happened was my body did not take the international medicine well. No, they did kind of gave me a different effect. So after that, after taking that medicine, I kind of got into coma. So for about 27 days, it took me to coma. It did not give me the desired result. In fact, the result kind of had a negative impact on my body. So it took me to coma for about 27 days, and that's when things got complicated in the kind of treatment that I went through. So though it was the first stage of cancer, but because of the treatment which I couldn't take, went really bad. So that kind of pushed us back in the treatment, and it kind of complicated the entire treatment. So instead of 3 months of treatment, it kind of prolonged to about 7 to 8 months of treatment. First to ensure that I come back alive, and then start the chemotherapy and stuff. So that happened. So 27 days of coma, coming back to your normal ward was very difficult. And during that time, they were also trying to treat my cancer. So I'd lost a lot of weight from being, I think I was about 35 kilos at that point in time. I lost about 14 kilos and was at 21 kilos. So my body was completely weak. So yeah, but yeah, with my parents' love and affection, I could cope up the treatment that started after that.
Yeah, so it was a very tough fight. I can see, like, the things you told.
Yeah,
So,
I would
like,
say,
hmm,
I would say it was a semi-tough fight for me. Why I'm saying semi-tough fight for me is because the love that I got from my parents, right? It was amazing. Just not the parents, the entire family that supported during this journey. No, I was ninth standard. So when you're in ninth standard, right, you could actually lie a lot to the kid. So that's what my parents did to me. They lied to me that it is just another treatment. They did not let me know that I actually had cancer. That's the best part about the overall journey. Till until recently, about 10 years back, I did not know actually I had cancer in me. my parents was just treating me,
Okay.
saying that, you know what, you just weak, you just have a different problem, you have a fever, your stamina is not built well, so we're just bringing up your stamina to speed, we're trying to bring your energy back, and it's just a normal treatment. So that's how they treated me. So you understand the kind of love that they showered on me by not letting me know. They knew how to deal with me as a patient. I was their son.
Right.
Yeah, they made sure that the son did not have that mindset, because what happens is, in a patient, right, you keep telling that, look, you're sick, you're being treated for the sickness, your mindset is very, very different. But in my case, I was very, very, very lucky that my parents made sure that I did not know that I had a cancer problem. So that probably also helped me heal faster, because you do not know that you're being down. You only think that it's just a fever. So I
Right.
thought, okay, I'm going to recover. That also, as a person, right? This is also to the patients who's listening to this video. Also, to any patient, right? You got to be confident of what that you will be out of this. So while I was a kid, I did not know that I had cancer, and me being a kid with a lot of positive mind, so I was always fighting for it. Hey, I'm going to be very well. No, the doctors, when they visit you at the visit you during the visiting hours, they come and ask you, how are you feeling? So I never thought I had cancer, number one. And as a positive person, I kept saying, doctor, I think I should be okay. I mean, you got to be discharging me in the next 3 weeks, next 2 weeks. I kept asking them, when am I getting discharged? So I had the confidence. And being a kid, I wanted to be out in the playground and play with my classmates and schoolmates and fit. So that was there in my mind that I want to get well soon. So getting well soon, positive energy was there in me as an individual, and because of that, again, the cancer journey was much easier for me as an individual. But it was not easy for my parents, because they knew what I was going through. They kept all the emotions in check with them, made sure that the emotions was not shown in front of me, because I do remember a lot of times my parents used to get out of my hospital room and cry and come back. But they did not have the tears in them. They only had smiles on their face, saying that, hey, Vinay, you are absolutely fine. You're just like another kid. So they kept stating that to me, you are okay, you're okay. And that's why I had that confidence that, I mean, that's why I didn't have the knowledge that I was going through a cancer like this. And I was also confident as a person that I will get through whatever I'm going through. So that made my life easier with my parents supporting, parents and family, including my brother. My brother, I still remember he was in 12th standard, which is a very critical education time, or the period at which he was 12th standard to finish off his board exams. He was left all alone as an individual back home in Chennai without any support. He is taking care of his education, and my parents just completely abandoned him and just made sure that I'm okay. And my brother supported, stating that, don't worry, dad and mom, you just take care of my younger brother. I want him back alive as my younger brother. He gave the confidence to my parents. And so this is a support system that was there in me. That's why I'm again saying I'm one of the luckiest cancer survivor to have a kind of parents and the family support that I had. So the whole point why I'm saying again, why I'm focusing on the support that is needed is because of the support I received, I could get through this very, very well. And I would please urge every patient over here and the caregivers and the support family people over here to please give all the love that is possible to the patient or to the one who's going through this. Trust me, the healing process is going to be amazingly fast. And the success rate of also getting through cancer will be amazingly good. The percentage will be good. So it's just not about medicines. It is about the love and care that you receive.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. It was the love and support of your parents, your entire family that, that kept you going. They didn't make you feel like you are sick or something. You were like, okay, I'll get out of this. And so that is a really nice thing. Yeah.
And also,
So I wanted to ask,
yeah, sorry. Yeah, so there was a lot of these other patients, right? You would have from the other ward rooms and stuff. No, it was a cancer ward. I used to see all these patients around, and there was a couple of not so good news from other patients. I heard a lot of people passed away, and that's when I started realizing, am I into some sort of serious problem? But when I had all the doubts in my mind, again, my parents made sure that all the doubts in my mind was wiped out. It's okay, if some other patient doesn't live, it doesn't mean that my son cannot live, my son cannot fight the cancer. So they made sure that they also have the confidence that they will, get their son back by, treating him well, giving him all the love and the care.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so like I wanted to ask, like apart from your medical treatment, the chemo, like the treatments that you underwent, so did you try any alternative treatment or any complementary treatments?
Yes, at that point of time, during the treatment of the allopathic treatment, my parents made sure the first thing is I get well soon. So they did not do alternative treatment at that point of time because we were stuck in the hospital for close to 1.5 years. Total journey of my hospital was about 1.5 years, which for about 6, 7 months was in the ward, and the rest of the 7, 8 months was actually in a annexure, which is building next to the hospital for outpatient patients. But we actually kind of took that place for about 7 months to ensure that I get the treatment very close to the hospital. So we stayed at the hospital itself for about 7 months more. So totally about 1.5 years is where we spent time in CMC Vellore. Post my treatment, we came back to Bangalore. So while we were in Bangalore is when we actually started an alternative treatment, which was an Ayurvedic treatment. So we found a doctor who's again a godlike to me, because they kind of treated me with all the love and care and the right medicine. So we went through this Ayurvedic treatment. So basically, what the Ayurvedic treatment did was to take out all the intoxics which was there in my body because of the treatment that the allopathic did. So first they made sure that they kind of went through the process of taking out all the intoxic in me, and they started treating me for better blood count, the HP, WBC, and your platelets. All that started increasing post my alternate treatment. So the allopathic treatment got me to a stable state where it did not drop because the hemoglobin when I was at the hospital, where your normal hemoglobin count should be about 8, my hemoglobin had dropped down to 1 and 1.5, 1.5. My platelet counts, which was supposed to be at 2 lakh, which is around 20,000 to 25,000 counts only. So all that was first treated by the allopathic treatment at the hospital, bringing that to a normal number, which is your 2 lakhs and your 8 to 10 as HB count. So that was brought to that normal count, and then the Ayurvedic treatment after 1.5 years of getting off the hospital is when I started treatment for that.
Okay. So like what major lifestyle changes did you undergo? Like, if you remember any major change, like related to diet, food, and related to any physical activity or something that did after your treatment.
So while in the treatment itself, right? Because while doing this chemotherapy, you lose a lot of weight, lot of weight. I lost about close to 40%, 35 to 40% of my weight. And being a kid, right, at that point of time, when you're asked to put on weight, the doctors recommended I eat a lot of ice creams and chocolates. The first thing when they said it's ice cream and chocolates, my eyes lit up. Oh, I'm going to be treated well with ice cream and chocolates. But unfortunately, because of the chemotherapy and radiation, right, your food intake was very difficult. Even eating an ice cream was very difficult. You have one drop of, sorry, one spoon of water. That's how they used to feed me, or an ink filler, one spoon of water through an ink filler. So I used to kind of puke out completely. Even that one spoon of water was, I was not able to take that. I used to puke. So I could not eat at all for the first about 2 to 3 months of my journey while I was taking the treatment, and then later on my body started accepting food. So I still remember, they used to make me stand on the weighing scale to take the weight of my body. But my legs were so weak that it could not stand up. It could not take the body weight. So that's how weak I was for about 3-4 months, my body weight was completely around 22, 23, hovering around 22, 23, which was supposed to be about 35 to 37 kilos. So about 3 months, the first thing that they did was to make sure that I get enough of weight or say food which would put on weight to me. So they made sure the first 3 months was on weight management, and then I started gaining weight, and then they started treating me with proper food. For me, fortunately, I was not restricted to food which I'm not supposed to eat this food or not touch that food. They gave me all sorts of leverage, and I was a very very adamant kid. I used to fight in the hospital that I need this food. So my father used to go search for that food and get that food. They gave me that liberty, being that one of the kids. I was also very lively at the hospital. I used to make fun around the hospital. I was a favorite with the nurses. I was favorite with the doctors. So somehow I could convince the doctors, doctor, I need my sort of food. In fact, I was a kid who used to be on the playground a lot. And your icons were like your Sachin Tendulkars and your Gangulis and the Dravids and say your Agassiz. So that time, Coca-Cola and Pepsi was big, and I was so much into it. I wanted to drink Coke and Pepsi. Because I was a kid. It was just a mental state of mind that I need what I want. I was very adamant at that point of time. So I kind of was adamant with the doctors that I want to drink Pepsi and Coke, and they let me drink Pepsi and Coke and in filler at that point of time. Okay, you need Pepsi. Okay, at least taste Pepsi is out. They gave me that kind of support. So food wise at that point of time, definitely not much of a diet, because I was not consuming food in the right way. The other one is I had to put on weight. So they made sure that they were okay with your normal diet, like chawal, rice, curd rice, your chapatis and the rotis and your homemade cooked food. And post treatment is when while I was back home, so I had a regular diet chart. That I need to eat so much of food. Only greens, kind of more of protein, more of green, more of energetic foods, and started following that. And again, it was not a very difficult diet to follow.
Okay, yeah, I understand because of if you want to put on weight, you need to focus on protein intake and all. But yeah, it is nice that there weren't many changes in the diet point of view. Okay, so like I had a question that you told that you were in ninth or tenth standard at that time. So like, how did you manage your studies and everything along with your
Okay.
treatment or after the treatment?
Yeah, that is again a nice story, I would say again. So I was in my ninth standard when I went into the hospital, right? So after, I was there in the hospital for close to in and around hospital for about 1.5 years. So by the time 1.5 years was done, I was in my 10th standard. So ninth, I did not go to school, complete zero. No, I started off ninth. After 2 months is when I fell sick. So the first 2 months of my ninth standard was in school. The third month onwards, I was in the hospital. So post which I did not go to school at all. So ninth was completely out. So 10th automatically, I was to attend the age of the 10th standard. So started my 10th standard while I was in hospital. So my dad said, no, I was wanting to do my 10th standard, but my dad said, not to worry, 1 year of education is okay, as long as my son is back and kicking, there's always the next year. So, but while that 10th standard, while coming towards the close of that examination, towards that April month of my 10th standard, in the month of Jan is when I woke up and I said to my dad, Dad, I want to do my 10th. I don't want to lose my 10th standard, because all my classmates would have finished at 10th, but I would have stuck in my 10th. They would have proceeded to 11th, but I would have stuck in my 10th. So I said, Dad, let me try writing the exams. Let me see what happens. So my dad came up with this idea. You know what? It's okay. You go write the exams. Let's see, you pass or fail. It doesn't matter. But I have the confidence that you will pass. I know you as a student. You're good enough to pass the examination. He said, and also he gave me another alternative way of writing this exam. I was in a CBSE board. So when you're in a CBSE board, you're kind of having 3 subjects, 3 languages to study, right? So to cut that, he said, why don't we take up a state board? examination. So we went and enrolled into private as a private student in a state board examination. So without going to school for 1 year, at 1.5 years, we went and enrolled into the state syllabus examination for writing my 10th standard. And in the month of January is when we registered for our examination. And from January to March, we just picked up the books only at that point of time for the 10th standard. Did a 2 months of preparation with my cousin's help, and just reading the books, keeping a tuition. So in 2 months, I kind of prepared for my 10th standard examination without going to school again for 1.5 years. Went with the confidence, okay, let me see what I can do in the examination. Wrote my examination, and when the results came out, my results did not come out. At that point of time, you check your results on your internet. You go to the internet parlor, check, put your ID on the internet, and see the scores. And my name did not pop out, so I thought I was a fail. I'd failed in my examination. I was disappointed. No, I put in that 2 months of effort, but I was little ambitious that I would pass. But no, the result was not passed. In fact, the result did not come out at all. And when we actually checked later on, we got to know that there was a spelling mistake in my name. Instead of Vinay Hari, so there was a spelling error as Vijay Hari. So that is why the result was not published. And we went to the examination board to check my results. And when they checked internally, they said there's an error in the name. And they corrected the name to Vinay Hari. And fortunately, I actually passed in my examination. And that was
Wow.
the biggest moment in my life, because 10th standard, every student puts in about 1 year of effort to get their mark, to get a good marks and stuff. And for me, I just put in about 2 months of effort, and I passed by just by 1% more than the first class. So I was at 61%, and I got the first class in my examination. That was amazing news to me, and that was again the confidence that my parents and my loved ones gave, because I was again rejected at that point of time that I failed in my examination. But my parents said, "Look, you did not go to school at all. You still attempted to write the exam. That is a big challenge that you took up on yourself." And that's how they kind of confided in me. And then they said, "It's okay if you fail at this point of time. There's always next year." But after getting the result, I was all smiles. My family kept saying, "Yeah, we knew that you would pass any day." So the kind of confidence that the family would have, right? That's very important. Again, why I keep telling the confidence with the family is like, for every patient, the love and affection that that they should get is from your immediate ones. The family and the friends are the ones who's going to really lift your spirit up, really lift up your spirit to live life, which will give you the confidence, which will wake you up, wake you up to a new day every day, and make sure that you're kind of confident to beat the cancer or beat any sort of problem that you have in your life, to come out successful.
Yeah, I mean, this was really nice that you just, studied for 2 months, and, you passed all the subjects, and that is really nice because it is really, it was your hard work and everything.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say hard work. I think I was somewhere lucky. I mean, I never
Yeah.
expected to come out with a first class. I thought I would be
Yeah.
somewhere around 40, even if I passed, I thought I would be around 45, 50%. But
Mm,
getting a first class after just
mm,
about 2 months of preparation, I'm still astounded. Did someone make a mistake in the examination to give me that mark, kind of thing, just on a
mm.
funny. But yeah, I
Right.
was very happy to see the result. Even now, when I look at it, I feel, no, wow, not bad. I did a good job at that point of time without much of support in
Mm.
the kind of schooling that I did not receive. Without the schooling, just about 2 months. Trust me, it is a kind of a big success factor in my overall journey of my life, I would say, with that.
Yeah, definitely. It was a really big success. Okay. So, like, I had a question like, what were your top three learnings from your entire journey?
One is, be confident. It's okay. It's okay for you to have received, or received this kind of an problem in you. It's okay. No, it's not a disease. I would say, cancer is not a disease. it is a problem. Yes, it is an problem. If you take it as disease, right, your mind gets screwed up. So do not start your treatment or start treatment of any problem saying that it's a disease. When it's a disease, there's a mindset that we have is a very different. And my parents made sure that they do not have this mindset that it's a disease. It's just another problem which can be treated. Which it's also all these are the confidence that you get from your parents, from the supporting functions like your doctors. Your doctors are the ones who gives you support. So the doctors, the kind of doctors that you get, start trusting the doctors. You need to, because what happens is off late, I see a lot of people when they have any sort of issues, we all start Googling and checking on what, we all become a self-doctor. We all become a self-made doctor. So I would suggest let's not become self-made doctors. There are specialists. The doctors are there. So please confide in your doctors. Please have the confidence that you will heal. So have confidence on your doctors. Have confidence on your parents. Have confidence on your family. Get the support that is required from your family. Trust me, you can beat anything in the world. So learning number one, be confident. Have confidence in the support system that you have, and that then you can fight any sort of problem that you have.
Yeah, definitely. Confidence and hope. This plays a very important role in the entire journey. You know. Okay. So,
Follow your
like,
treatment
hmm,
100%. Do not skip your treatment. No, you've been
yeah,
told to take the treatment. Of course, take a couple of, if you're not confident about the doctor that you've met, take another hearing, go check with another doctor on the treatment. If
yeah,
it's
right.
a T2T consultation, get the confidence of the doctor. Make sure that you chose the right doctor. Once you choose the right doctor, please ensure that you follow the treatment strictly.
Hmm,
Whether it is a diet. In my case, I did not have any diet problems because I was in my ninth standard, and what my
right.
parents fed me is what I took. So my parents were following what the doctor asked. So it was not who
Right.
I was not following, but my parents were following. So because my father and mother had the confidence in the doctor, they started believing in the doctor. So they made sure that whatever the doctor said was followed in my diet or the medication that was being taken. For example, the doctor in Chennai mentioned that the best treatment that I could get was in Vellore CMC.
Hmm,
So they took me to the best of the hospitals, trusting the doctors in Vellore CMC, and started the treatment. So please have the confidence in the doctor. First, get the confidence in the doctor and the hospital system. Once you get that, please ensure that you follow the treatment well. You follow the treatment right. Do not deviate from the treatment that the doctors have advised you. So that's
yeah,
learning number two. Learning number three, it's okay, Baba, you got it. So what? Let's fight it out. It's okay. So what? I mean, I remember one of the conversations that I was part of in your support system the last week or couple of weeks back. One gentleman over there did mention that, one of the patients was saying, why did I get it? So there was one answer from one of the survivors saying that, why, it's okay to get it. Why? Because you know that you can live life little more. But as in, there's a lot of patients or a lot of people who's dying of heart attacks without any notice. No, you get up in the morning, the
yeah,
next morning you do not know that you're there or not. You just vanish in thin air. And there's so much of
right.
needs that is not being met. There's so much of sorries that you're not told to your family people. There's so much of thank yous that you're not told your family members. So when you get this kind of a problem, there's sometimes I'm a lucky person to survive. I know there's a lot of patients who's being given a deadline and who's been asked, sorry, I mean, there's only short limit of time, but make use of that short limited time. Say thank you to people that you have to say thank you. So you're soulful, you're peaceful at that point of time. You say sorry to people that you have to say sorry, and start looking at what could be, probably put up a bucket list of 5 or 6 where you could actually achieve those bucket lists. Small things, low hanging fruits. Try to see if you could live your life to whatever extent that you can. It's okay, it is coming. I understand it is a very, very, very difficult phase for all of us to go through this. But it's come to us. Let's not say that why did it come to us, rather than let's try fighting it first with all the confidence that we have. While we fight, we also look at what all we could do in the next period of life. Live life to keep smiling. Try to keep smiling and living a life. Now, what could bring that smile on your face is what you try to do during this course of time. So yeah, that's something that
Yeah.
I'm learning. I thought because I still remember while I was in the hospital, though I did not know what was in me, whether it was cancer or what was it some other problem. But I was living my life to the fullest. I still remember there was this library next to our hospital. During that 1 year, I still remember I finished off all the books in the library. All the comic books. All
Oh,
I used to fancy reading Hardy Boys, all your novels and stuff. So I used to finish off. I finished off all the books because no, I kept myself engaged. When you keep yourself engaged, what happens is you kind of do not get into a negative thought process. So while you're engaged, for me at that point of time, my engagement was playing games like board games and reading books. So that's how you keep engaged, and you keep your mind distracted, saying that look, you're not feeling well, you're not feeling well. You keep thinking about it, you would only go down. Instead of that, keep your mood alive, keep your attitude alive, keep your confidence alive. So you could beat this much faster when your confidence, your attitude, you get the love around. You could beat the cancer, or you could beat any sort of problem or issues that you have in your body easily when you're confident. So yeah, confidence is what I
right.
would say that please people be confident. Please everybody, it's okay to get this problem. We need to why do we get this problem? Because we are stronger than the rest of the others. So yeah, so let's
Right.
fight it strongly. So that's what I would recommend people to think positive. Things are not bad. No,
Yeah.
yes, things could be 50-50. Things could be good for you, things could be bad for you, but be confident about how you could fight this out. Let's fight it out.
Right. In fact, I think positivity is the key, the key to all
Absolutely.
this.
Absolutely, Asta. You're right. Positivity is the key. Very important that everybody, just not because we got cancer or not, no, it doesn't
Right.
matter. Just be confident. It's okay to fall. It's okay to fall and get up. Once you get up, you only become
Mm.
stronger. When you fall, right, you'll have the fear. But after you fall, you get up, you kind of become confident. You become stronger when you get up. So that's what has
Right.
made me stronger. Now, the way that I lead my life is like, very, very positive, very strong way. Yes, there are times that I feel rejected, I feel disappointed, but after a while, I feel it's okay to feel dejected. It's okay to feel not confident at that point of time. But after that, come out confidently, and when you come out confidently, you're stronger to face the world even better. So you're much stronger to face the world when you're down and when you come up again.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, like, I had one last question from you that, if you have to sum up your entire journey in a single sentence, then what would it be?
In a single sentence, it was devastating initially. It was very taxing on the family. The family had to go through a lot of things more than as a patient. Because I was a kid, I did not know much of difficulty, but the support system, the family, what makes you heal faster, and they made sure that they healed me faster for the love and affection that I got, not just with the family. It is from the support system, like the doctors and the hospital system that I received was amazing, and it was really to sum up, yeah, it was difficult, but with the right support system, the difficulties can be kept away to a maximum extent, and it would bring you back alive. And it could really give you that positive feeling and make sure that you come back alive and kick the rest of the world back again.
Yeah, definitely. This was so much inspirational, the entire journey that you told. You were in just 9th or 10th standard and you went through all of that and you came back so much stronger. You had that confidence and positivity and hope So it was really nice listening to you. So thank you so much once again for being a part of our cancer healing journey session. And I'm sure that this would just inspire so many cancer patients and caregivers out there, even the survivors. They would listen to this, and we just keep on getting so many comments, so many reviews from people that wow, this was so much inspirational. So thank you so much once again, and I just wish you good health and lots of luck.
Wonderful. Thank you, Asta. Wonderful being here. I'm honored and privileged to actually have done this discussion with you because I know, I've been watching a lot of videos off late, especially the videos that you uploaded on YouTube from Zenonco. I could see a lot of patients are actually struggling. They're going through a difficult phase. So somewhere, if you and I can help these people out, I'll be more than happy to spread the word of love and joy and the support that is required for the patients and the caregivers. You're not alone in this, people. We are all there. I really appreciate what Love Heals Cancer and Zen Onco is doing, and I would want to support you people in the future to support people to get the love and care that they need. And all the best. We will all fight this together. We will make sure that we will survive together too and have fun in life going forward. All the best. All the best to you and your team.
Thank you so much, Vinay. Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.